While I'm in the mood to share tips and things with you, I thought I would talk to you a little bit today about speculation in cone 6 stoneware. I'm not talking about buying for investment, but I'm talking about how to make nice specks in the glaze. Here's a cone 6 piece that I did some years ago. Real specky glaze. And here's the same glaze without the rutile and manganese. It's an oatmeal glaze. What they both have in common are these nice specky things in the glaze. Well, there are a lot of products that are made for making specks and glazes that work for cone 10 that don't really work very well for cone 6. There are like granulated rutile and ilmenite. These are all really good for pour some in here. This is a granular ilmenite. See how it's kind of shiny, all that. That's real good for cone 10 because you have enough flux in the glaze to make these melt and run and make specks. At cone 6, these little granules sometimes just stay very much as little granules, and you have little black specks and little black lumps without any nice runs or anything in them. So what I use for making specks in cone 6 glazes is one of these little guys right there. That's a piece of steel wool, not without the soap stuff, not your soapy steel wool. You can get this in several grades, from 0 to 00, fine, extra fine, at hardware stores that are used for furniture finishing and things like that. Well, like this, it's kind of hard to use because you got all this. That doesn't exactly lend itself to the spec. However, if you take you a piece that you're going to bisque bar, move these out of the way, any piece of clay that you're going to bisque bar, and you place one of these inside and you bisque bar it, there's what it looks like when it comes out. However, if you take this and watch what happens with that, it just breaks right down into little specks. See those? Yeah. Now you can just keep crumbling this up with your fingers. You can put it in a mortar and pestle and grind it just as fine as you want. But this is just steel. It's just iron by now. So when you put it in with your glazes, there's usually enough flux at cone 6 to make this melt. Here's some that I've done before that I've mixed up. You could screen that and get it to an even fineness if you wanted to. I prefer to use it where it has different particle sizes. And if you look at the glazes again, you'll see that those little specks are all different sizes, and they look quite nice. And the price is certainly right. It's very cheap. I generally add about the same as if you were adding ilmenite. Most of the recipes call for you to add about 1%. I'm not that exact. I throw in a handful or a pinch depending on how specky I want the glaze. But just a nicer alternative to ilmenite. And it works at cone 6. I think this would probably even work at with runnier glazes at cone 04. Might even work at raku. I'm going to try it with the next batch of raku. But there you go. Cone 6 glaze speculation.